Okay, so I've got YouTube and Twitch going live. Make sure that these are updated over here. Okay, so both those are going. Now to give Rue her treat so she stops crying, because I have a little baby. I love you, Rue. I do wish that you would stop begging, but it's okay. These are at least mostly low calorie and decent for your teeth. Okay. Okay, gonna set that back there while I get everything in position. Alrighty. Blanket on because even though it's warming up, it's still chilly in here. And then now to get to painting, I suppose. Let's see here. Okay. Lots to paint. So we've got our broadsword silver. Then I want to use pig iron as well. Just because I've always liked using that for a lot of like structural style pieces. That's this one, right? That's cold steel. Cold steel will probably work. Quicksilver. Ah, here's more. Like, I know I have more than just this, right? I guess cold steel can work for this. Okay, got that. Then brushes. Got tons of brushes around here. Just need to make sure they're all within reach. Yeah, this needs to actually go through the shaker or something. Just a little bit separated. Thankfully, the shaker works pretty quick. That shaking. Then for other paints, I'm going to need gold, which got here. I'm gonna need that green. Definitely gonna need red. Going to need black. Where is my black? There's some grim black. Let's see here. Got some blue. Sick. Looking for a plasma green. Let's see here. I don't really want... Well, actually, Slaughter Red might be a pretty good choice as well. Let's see, yeah. Really need to reorganize shit in here. Might go with blue steel. See how that looks. This mixed. Yeah, that's much better. More grim black. Huh. Where the fuck did I put that plasma green? Okay, green. Where the fuck did I put you? Okay. That. So blue steel is here. Brown. Speed paint medium. Gamma. I gotta figure out what I did with this shit. If I can't find that, then what about going with like blues and light blues instead of the green? So we can mix up this one. Okay, that should work. I would generally prefer green for what I'm wanting to do on this, but I can work with blues. Let that finish shaking, then I'll get that and actually get started. I've only been streaming for like, 12 minutes, and I've done absolutely jack shit. So far, a highly successful stream. So much success. Yeah, that'll work. And that should be finishing right about now. Right about now. There we go. Nice and clean, or nice and mixed. Rue's already had her treat. Got my brushes, got paper towels. Go ahead and tear off a couple just to make sure that I have those in reach so I don't have to go scrambling for it. I'd prefer to have as few excuses to just keep pausing and doing something else. Let me clean out this lid, because that doesn't exactly close super well. That's better. Okay. Now, we have our cold steel. We're gonna go ahead and start applying this on most of like the structural parts and the frame and stuff like that. Might as well keep that still so I can actually work with this. I will say, I do love the Imperial Knights. Like, these things are so chunky. Like, while most models are small, very nice looking, they just don't have quite the same gravity that the Imperial Knights bring. Like, sure, I can play Imperial Guard and have a tank legion. Or I can have my tanks march onto the battlefield, stomping everything underfoot. I know which one sounds cooler. Okay. There we go. I'll wait for this to dry a little bit before I move that arm up and get the rest of the spear. Or lance, I suppose. Spear's for throwing. Lance for stabbing. For some reason, I just started having, like, memories of watching Dexter's Lab as a kid. Like, I was remembering Mandark, Dexter's, quote, villain of sorts. Just out of the blue. Makes me want to watch that again. Despite how silly it was. But silly can be good. I know on some of my previous nights, I've made them have like a red-black split. So I may do something similar for this guy. Ah. Goodness. Tasty. Back to the lance. Got most of the fins on it with some steel. Might actually have these little plates inside of it alternating black and yellow. Since this thing is supposed to be a shock lance, so it's like having the universal hazard type pattern. Could be kind of neat for it. Okay, got that. Now for this. I kind of want to put this like iron or steel in each of the like areas between plates, and see if I can leave that as kind of like a nice trace work or something like that between all the paint. I'll wipe a little bit of that off. Don't need a whole lot for this last little stretch. Here. That looks pretty good for that. Now, let's see, I haven't actually gotten this glued together, so let me get this painted up. At least get the silver where I'm wanting it. Or I guess it's not silver, it's steel, but still. Like, the interior should be pretty Spartan. Doesn't need to be lavishly decorated, as most of this isn't going to be visible. Might glue some fishing line to the bottom of the hatch to actually make sure that that doesn't get separated. So the armor is going to be a black and red color scheme with gold and silver trim. That's been kind of the theme that I've gone for with a lot of my knights, where each one has a different way of displaying the pattern. Like, I have a knight gallant with the the left side of his body is black and the right side is red, while I have another one where each plate has black on one half, red on the other. And another one where I think my Knight Crusader has black and red chevrons meeting with gold. Always like just how that looks together. Then usually lots of gold for all the trim. I can grab them here in just a minute. Make sure I've unloaded that well enough. Yeah, good enough. And not a problem. Let's see what I can do here. Have to move a little bit of stuff because I've been putting all my Warhammer stuff in storage boxes to try and get them all sorted by army. The knights, having the biggest box, are of course on the bottom of the stack. And me, being the essentially pack rat that I am, have way too much shit around here. Those moved. Now for the knights. Alright. Yeah, so my gallant. Let me make sure I can see the camera on my end. Oh, yes, there we go. Yeah. Gallant. Like black, red, silver trim on him. Use a lot of brass and stuff like that for the exhaust ports and things like that. Of course, I'm doing a wonderful job of actually keeping this thing in frame. So not all of them are, but the Gallant, I did specifically magnetize his weapons. Here's my Crusader. Crusader was a fun one. Then the third is the Valiant. That's the one with the sort of semi-chevrons. Not the best. This was fun model though. Then right now, I'm working on assembling a Knight Lancer here. And then I've got a Knight Castellan waiting to also be painted. And I've got about 6 Helverins and 6 Warglaves as well to paint up and assemble. Thank you. I went a little crazy, and I've had some of these things for a long time. Well, it's like I got the Knight Castellan when they released the Knight Castellans. And I'm literally just now getting around to assembling the thing. I've had the Helverins and Warglaves since they first released the Armigers. I end up getting a lot of good deals on like eBay. Like the Warglaves and stuff, I bought them on eBay for like, I think it was $30 a pair or something like that. I was like, I can't pass this up. And I just never had time to actually assemble them. So it's like, well, I finally got time now. So, dedicating a bit of time each day to working on an army. I know outside of these guys, the next stuff I'm going to be painting will be Tyranids. I'm using these as a break from my Custodes. Because love my Custodes, but painting a sea of golden figures gets a little bland after a while. I figured this would be a nice little palette cleanser. Plus, like, they're awesome. Do you have any specific army you like the looks of? Do you have questions about armies? Like, I have gotten way too many armies, so I definitely can at least weigh in some if you want the opinion of a random 2-bit streamer. I know my first army I picked up was Tyranids. Honestly, they are cool. Like, the Knights... And the weird part about the Knights, technically, it feels weird to say it, they are the cheapest army to get into. Because you can field a full army of 2,000 points for like $500, $600, something like that. Like, that's still expensive, but compared to like Tyranids, you can't field but maybe 1,000 points for that much. The Knights are fun to play. The only issue you run into with Knights is a lot of people don't like playing against them. Because, well, let's face it, you're either going to absolutely win by destroying everything, or you're going to lose, but it's going to be a slow loss. And nobody likes facing off against that guy with the grinding battles required. But they are fun to play, and they look so awesome. Yeah, I would definitely say, like, whenever you do decide to start pulling the trigger, don't shy away from doing, like, eBay secondhand purchases. Facebook Market's a great place to get them, or to get any models. Like, I actually got some Death Guard a while back. Probably 3-4 months back. And the Death Guard set that I bought had like 30 Terminators. 30 Terminators, like 40 or 50 Plague Guard, about 100 Poxwalkers. Huge list. And I asked the guy how much he wanted for it. And I was like, just judging by this price, just judging by what's in it, it's like probably $1,800 worth of models. And he's like, yeah, I need like $300. I was like, really? I mean, sure, I'll pay that. Just for the Terminators, that was like $500, $600 for them. I would be willing to bet if you keep an eye out, like on Facebook Marketplace, or if there's a Craigslist type equivalent over there, then I'm sure that you can find someone who's selling something. Like, you may not get exactly what you want. Sometimes they're going to have god-awful paint schemes. But the nice part is you can remove paint pretty easily with rubbing alcohol. Like, rubbing alcohol works great at stripping paint. A little slow, but it's not too bad. And also, if you get into a group or a league or a club or anything else like that, a lot of times people are really chill about using proxies as well. Like, when I first started, a friend of mine, he actually ran most of his like tanks as like cardboard boxes. Like, you can start out with very little if you need. Helps you to get a feel for, do you really want to spend the money on this? I definitely get that. Like, it is fun to actually do the assembly. Knights can be a little bit of a pain in the butt with some of the assembly instructions, especially like this Lancer model. Like, the assembly directions were sort of hard to follow. Like, a lot of it was like, yeah, put this here, and it's like showing like this piece here, and it's showing to assemble something on this side. But it shows it where you can't actually see where it's going. It's like, ugh, fuck you guys, why'd you do this? The Lancer is a 30k model, but they have it as a Forge World inclusion for 40k. I'll also say a good tip for stretching out money at the start of your hobby is don't feel like you have to buy Citadel paints. Citadel paints are good. I like them. But, like, even making good money, I don't buy Citadel paint. Like, I use Green Stuff World, I use Vallejo, I use Privateer Press. Like, I've always, like, this paint pot here is $3 a pot for, like, how many ounces? Half an ounce, 18 mil. Whereas, like, yeah. I worry about some stuff, but same time, like, most of my stuff that I end up doing, I just go for because I think it's cool looking. I have definitely had to take some armies, like some models apart. Like, one of my bigger armies that I run is Death Watch. And for the longest, in 8th and 9th edition, you could have your Death Watch kill teams running with storm shields and shotguns. Now, you can only use a storm shield with a sword. Nice. I will definitely say, of all the Citadel paints though, like, the only one that I usually will recommend to people, just because I absolutely love it, is the, this one? Well, most of their shades, like Argax Earthshade, Nuln Oil. Nuln Oil is fantastic. Yeah, so the plan that I have, I'm debating on it still, is either I'm going to glue some fishing line to the inside of the cockpit and glue it onto, or the inside of the lid or hatch. That way I can pop it up and it won't fly off or get lost. Or glue this down and then magnetize this carapace piece so I can pop it off the top and actually still see the interior. Haven't fully decided on that one yet, and still need to figure out how the magnets would actually fit. So, a lot of that's just in flux at the moment. Just a try, see what happens. Worst case, I go with the fishing line, and that should work just fine. Not the prettiest solution, but it's there. Yep. Yeah, I've been playing Warhammer now for about 9 years. And I've just recently started getting better with some of the shading aspects and skin. Skin has always been horrible for me. Basing, I'm just starting to get better at battle basing. So I'm thinking I grab one of the base pieces that I worked on the other day. I've been experimenting with crackle basing. And I think that this could go, I'm planning to use this base pattern for either my Imperial Knights on much larger bases, obviously, For my Chaos Corn Demons, I have this where I made kind of a pseudo lava crackle pattern. So I was thinking possibly have this scaled up to the full base size for the knights, so it's like they're trudging across a lava-caked battlefield, or have my Chaos Demons riding in across this type of stuff. Which, I like how this one turned out. Crackle bases are actually pretty easy to get going once you figure it out. The biggest trick is you use PVA glue over the base layer. So this one I did swirling reds and oranges mixed together for the base. Once that dried, I put a thick layer of PVA glue on top, then lightly painted black over the entire top of the PVA. Then as the PVA dries, it shrinks down, cracks, and causes that cool effect to go across it. Either that, or I might go with, like, the basing I did for this guy, a thick mud base with bits of sprue chopped up and strewn about it. And then that would give an excuse, like, cake some mud up on the legs and stuff like that. That's definitely a thing, yeah. And in all honesty, I've got so many bits of rippers and stuff from my Tyranids that I could very easily have, like, the ripper base, rippers trying to, like, climb up the legs or something. Yeah, I love the mud base. The problem is that I also want to use that mud base for my AdMech. So it's like, I don't want to have too many armies having the same basing style. If I really think about it, I could do like some 3D printed trees and stuff and have like a jungle style basing that the knights are like trudging through. Like, I haven't fully decided. Like, it's funny because I've been playing this for years and most of my armies have no special basing done to them. So, like, the Gene Stealer guy with the mud base is one of my more recent ones. It's been fun to experiment with them and try and figure out new stuff to make things look better / more organic. Or less boring looking. Because I'll definitely say black bases are a little on the boring side. I actually had one friend who he played Necrons, and he actually like glued little bits of crystal to most of his models, and the bases of all of his models he actually dunked in a crystal growing solution. So all of the bases had these like organic crystals like growing off of the base and growing up around the legs of the Necrons and stuff. Like, it looked badass, but it took like a good month or so for each batch that he crystallized. Like, there are some really clever hobbyists out there. For me, I just want to keep experimenting and having fun. I figure worst case that comes up for me is whenever I actually get into the tournament scene or anything, people are like, why the fuck did you choose that paint scheme? Like, it has 3 colors. I don't care. It meets the minimum for an army, for a battle-ready army. It's like, the other fun little thing that I do for my knights is all of them have the Inquisitional eye stylized on their carapace. Favorite army to play? Honestly, that's a tough one. Like, I really enjoy my Custodes, but I'm not super good with them. They've probably gotten the most play recently, but favorite army? Probably Tyranids or Ravenwing. Sadly, I have to redo a lot of my Ravenwing because they moved most of my land speeders into the legacy stuff. So I have to get some more bikers to fill out the ranks there. Unless I play casual with them and my opponent's okay with me using legends. It happens. So I'm never too salty about them doing that. Like, I don't like it. Like, one of my favorite models got moved over to Legends in, I think at the very start of this 10th edition. And he's an Inquisitor. Inquisitor Krasimov. I can actually grab him real quick. So Legends are models that they have produced in the past and they no longer have any rules updates for. So they make them have as much acclimation to the new edition as possible, but they don't do any further balancing on them. So their points never get adjusted and their rules never get updated. Yeah, there's Crazy Pants. But Legends are not allowed in tournament play is their big thing. Set 1, zoom in. So this is Inquisitor Krasimov. He's an Inquisitor riding around on a Dreadnought chassis with a pair of servitors with a multi-melta, and he's just like, walk me into battle so I can hit things with my sword. Like, such a fun model. He's a Legends unit. But yeah, like, fluff-wise, I love the Inquisition. Which, I get that sounds really weird. Because it's like, really? You love Inquisition? But they've gotten some of my most, like, work on any models. Like Inquisitor Eisenhorn. Like, cool model. Actually went online and found his special daemon host, Cherubel, which this is an old metal model, but such a cool model. Just like, okay, got them. Then Inquisitor Draxus. I run her a lot with Custodes, because her big thing is she can be attached to any Imperial battle line unit, and she makes it to where they can't be shot from outside of 18 inches. So, super handy model. Super handy. Inquisitor Greyfax, just because, like, God, who wouldn't want the big brimmed hat and the weird, like, crossbow bolt gun thing? Plus, like, the details on her cloak is just really nice. Which doesn't really come through super clear, but it's there. And then this guy was a gift from a friend, Inquisitor Erasmus. Like, this guy, lots of fun to do. I think I spent probably a good 50 or 60 hours on this guy. Yeah, it gets a little pixelated when it goes to the higher zoom level. But, yeah, getting the lettering on the cloak, pain in the butt. The detail on the leather, especially the detail for the leather glove, that was fun. Like, most of my models, I'll probably put, like, maybe, I don't know, like 15 to 20 hours in some of them. Average battle line takes maybe half an hour to an hour for some models. Like, I know this bastard, when I start working on him, Death Leaper, this one's probably gonna take me a good 4 or 5 days to get done. But he's gonna be fun. Annoyingly, I've always had this kind of ADHD when it comes to my armies, where I just kind of flit from army to army and go, oh, hey, this looks cool. Ooh, that's cool. Ooh, this is cool. Then before I know it, I've got, like, almost every faction in the game. Pretty much the only ones that I haven't really messed with are the Eldari. Especially the Drukhari. I don't like them. I have 8 boxes of complete armies right now. Then in the wings, I've still got Tau to do, and I've got my, let's see, I've still got about a dozen or so of the armigers to assemble. Like, I've joked that if I do like a model a day, then it'll take me years to be done. So I've been trying to dedicate at least a couple hours each day to assembly, painting, and just doing something to keep chipping away at the backlog. Oh yeah, I've also got like about 3,000 points worth of Nurgle demons, another 1,500 points of Khorne demons. Then I've got Thousand Suns. I've got a full Thousand Suns army I need to assemble and paint. That one was just a hell of a deal, though. Like, I wound up finding a box set on eBay. Wasn't even looking for Thousand Suns. It just kind of popped up. The box set was called The Court of the Crimson King. And it has Magnus the Red and a bunch of, like, characters and a lot of Terminators. The retail price on that box was like 500 or 600 bucks. This guy mispriced it at, I think it was 120 bucks. I was like, really? Magnus is like a $150 model by himself, and this is an unopened box. Okay. Yeah, sure, I'll buy that. Buy it now. I do like the aesthetic of the Thousand Suns, though, which does help. Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, since he put it on eBay, if you make a purchase on there and the seller fails to fulfill that purchase, then they can be potentially banned from the platform. They can be fined heavily. Like, there's not a lot they can do if they put something for sale and someone purchases it at the listed price and you didn't stop it. So I was like, cool. I was really tempted just to resell it, but then I was like, nah. This means that I now have every Demon Primarch. Well, had. I don't have Fulgrim. So it's like I'll probably end up getting Fulgrim at some point just so I can complete the quadrant of them. Haven't assembled most of them. Like, I've got Mortarion about half assembled. Then I've got it's not a pile, it's a wall of shame. Like, I feel like I could literally stock a Games Workshop wall at this point. Like, my AdMech pile is about 4 feet tall. It was a blessing and a curse. My job was, it paid very well, and I had no actual bills or any, like, financial responsibility to worry about, so I would just be like, oh, hey, that looks cool, and then drop way too much money all at once on Warhammer. Like, I think one of my purchases from Forge World stuff was like $2,500 in one go. But I have since changed jobs and no longer have that type of availability of funds. So I'm like, well, I now have more time. Yes. 'Tis a very dangerous combination. A very fun combination, though. Yeah, so nowadays don't have the free money to spend all the time. So I'm like, well, I can't just keep adding to my collection, but I can finally start building stuff, and who knows, I might even, once I actually conquer most of my backlog and collection of shame, then I might actually do something like start up an Etsy shop or something where I offer to paint people's armies or something. Because I know that's a thing. Yep. Like, I can still acquire some, but it's no longer the, oh, hey, that's shiny. I'm buying it. I'm buying all of it. Like, nah. Now I actually have to stop, think, and check balances before I can go spend ludicrous fun money. But I will definitely say, like, it is much nicer to have more time available. Money's great, but stress sucks, and free time is nice. Okay. Heck, I know this year I'm actually wanting to try and get into playing at tournaments if I can. So that's gonna be fun. Ooh, fun. What are you studying? Magic. I never got into that hobby. I was more Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh! Physics. Big brain. Good deal. I'm actually considering going back to continue my education at some point. It's never went super far with my education. Only did 2 years of, in my case, it was college, but basically 2 years of uni. Stopped with a associate's degree. What was funny was I went to a trade school, essentially, picked up network support and desktop support were my primary training areas. So mostly IT and infrastructure IT. And I worked IT for about a year. Then I joined the Army and learned software engineering while I was in the Army, and have been doing that ever since. It worked out well for me, but I don't know, like, I'm kind of at that weird spot in my career and life where getting a further education won't actually improve my quality of life any, and it won't improve my pay or anything else. It's all good. I don't speak with a super strong accent for where I'm from. I am from Texas in the United States. I can put on a super thick southern accent if I want, but I generally try not to use much of a heavy accent because it throws people off and generally makes them feel like I'm a bit of an unintelligible hick. But I never really picked up much of a natural, strong accent for my area. You never know. There are some people who would probably enjoy watching a hick. In all honesty, my favorite way of utilizing that accent specifically, and I can always feel the accent hit when I say certain words like accent. I can feel it just kind of kick in. But my favorite time to use that is usually whenever I have to explain something technical to someone. I always find it's a nice way to humble someone who thinks they know what they're talking about when they come to you for help. And you come out the gate talking like a hillbilly or a redneck or something. They're like, this person knows this? You're the subject matter expert on this? You sound like you can barely hold a conversation. Yep. I know. Good times. Doesn't always work. Like, I definitely got more than my fair share of complaints, but it was nice. It was always nice to put someone in their place. But I've always tried to be polite and stuff whenever I've been in any business dealings. Mostly because I know that I'm representing my employer. Can't make them seem like they're hiring to assholes. Oh yeah. It should be. The problem is that so many people don't really think like that. And I get some levels of people not, like, caring anymore. Like, shit's hard for people. I get it. But, I don't know. I know at some point, wanted to get my passport and actually travel the world some. It was really funny. I joined the army hoping to see the world, and I've never been able to step outside the borders of the country. I'd love to go to England, Ireland, Scotland, Scotland, Germany, France. Love to hit up Japan, but the language barrier would be harsh. Trust me, no worry about that. Like, my general and only comment on my president is he is our elected official, and I just hope that he does not cause too much irreparable harm to our relations with our allies. And the bright side for everybody is that each president only sticks around for 4 to 8 years. Unless something horribly fucked up happens, which I'm not even going to entertain that. Yup. Yes, indeed. I can only imagine how crazy things look from other countries' point of view on what's going on here. Just because Seems like it's been a roller coaster. Oh well. I know technically I don't need to paint the backs of these because they're not going to be super visible. But I figure on a model like this, like, might as well go all out. I definitely get that. The big thing I can say on like painting the backsides of these plates is if you just have it like base coated gray or something like that, and you can see like just the slightest edge of it, it just throws everything off. At least having like this silver steel backing for it, it'll at least look like some effort was made. Not gonna go full crazy and put shade all over it or anything like that, but yeah. At least enough that a cursory glance will catch something decent looking. And yeah, the changing the worldview people end up getting is crazy. So, tempted to try airbrushing. Like, I've never really been good at airbrushing past, like, just base coating things. I tend to have too heavy a hand or something with it, so I usually shy away from trying to airbrush directly or airbrush paint the models. So, probably won't, but I might. Like, all my knights have been painted by hand. So I should try and learn to use the airbrush painting better. Yeah, that's always a funny thing. It's like, we have so much documentation from hundreds of years of mistakes that leaders across the world have made. And, yeah. We're still repeating these mistakes constantly. Like, everybody. How? Why? And yeah, you can mitigate some of the paintbrush strokes by like super thinning out your paint and doing multiple layers. Also, using finer brushes and stuff like that does help. But, same time, I do also like the looks of the paintbrush strokes. Like, one joke I had, I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet because I don't want to spend the money on it. But if I was going to do Necrons, my Necrons would actually all be wood-themed. I would intentionally use a heavy brush and put like visible brush strokes in it that would look similar to wood grain. My Necrons would be themed after tiki idols. Fun. Yeah, exactly. Germany is definitely a country that I want to hit at some point. Like, beautiful looking country from what I've seen. I figure first country I'm probably gonna go for will be probably England, just because language barrier. Even though I know a lot of Europe does speak English pretty well, or fluently. I would prefer to not be that, like, clueless tourist over on the side, like, please speak English, I don't speak your crazy language. So, for the Energy Lance, I'm planning to go for several different shades of blue. So, planning to start out with a heavier, darker blue for some of the crevices, then go towards a blue steel where it will give kind of a lighter blue over the steel for the blades, then possibly tip it with a very light blue along the edges. Then for the plates inside the lance, going to be alternating black, either black and red or black and yellow. Then along the shaft here, going to be continuing this similar type of multiple shades of blue along here. At least that's the idea I've got kind of rolling around. I think that might work. Oh yeah, I've heard plenty of things that Americans tend to do, whether we realize it or not. One of it that I know absolutely for a fact, Americans tend to be rather loud. Always want something to lean on. Most people usually tend to be in a hurry and like to eat and drink while on the move. I mean, that could work. Like, I technically have a Tyranid head, but I'm not sure how that would look. Like, let me see. Do I have that sitting around here? Yeah. I could technically tear off the tongue, because I built the model that can also be a Harshbrux, so I have the head spare from that model, so I could like rip out the tongue and like stick the lance up the mouth, or like have the head just like hanging off the end of the lance. Like, that could possibly be something. Nom 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 nom. Love the Harshbrux. Harshbrux. To be fair, if I was gonna do that, I would probably magnetize the Tyranid's head. Because you could put a magnet inside the head or inside the base of the neck, and then I'd probably cut off the tip of this, then put a magnet inside the base of this, then glue the tip back onto it. That way the head could just magnetize onto the end of the lance. Though that might be too much weight for the size of a magnet that you could actually put in that, because that's not exactly a big space. Now, if I really wanted to, I could magnetize the bases for it, and then actually put my swarming termagants and stuff all on the base of the knight, just magnetized to the base, so I can actually take them off to still play with them. Have a nice little functional diorama piece or something. Yeah, sadly most boxes don't come with enough pieces for a second giant head. Like the Harsbrux comes in a box for the Exocrine as well, which is the Tyranid's artillery piece. So it either has like a tiny beetly head with a giant cannon on his back, or the gaping tentacle maw. But they both have different designs, so you get both heads. I know up until recently I've been delaying building like Lionel Johnson and Gilliman because I've always kind of shied away from doing skin tones and stuff, but all my recent time in painting has really helped me get some confidence with that, especially like with the Inquisitors that I showed off a little bit ago. So I know the Primarchs will be coming up at some point in the near future. That'll be fun. I think the easiest ones to explain returning would either be Leman Russ or Vulcan. Because Vulcan, being a perpetual, you can't kill him. Like, no matter what, he's going to come back at some point. And Leman Russ, they never really had much for him other than, like, he decided that he's gonna go hunt. So he just stepped out of the picture for a while. But, like, those two could easily come back. For traders, I could see Perturabo coming back soon. Like, he'll be probably the next Chaos Trader Primarch we get. Or we'll get Alfarius and find out that he's actually not Alfarius. In all honesty, an interesting one might be Alpha Primus. As in the books, Alpha Primus was the first Primaris Space Marine Cole made. And he is essentially a Primarch of Cole's own design. I would love to see them make an actual tabletop model of him. As they spelled it out in the, I think it was the Primogenitor book? Or, no, Gene Father. Yeah, Gene Father. Cole was questioned by Fabius Bile about Alpha Primus, and he's like, you made a Primarch. And Cole basically just said, yes, he is my son. It's like, ooh, spicy. Like, a false Primarch being created. Like, could be cool. Or we can get some female Space Marines. That'll get all the neckbeards angry. Yeah. Like, the female custody, like, I'm fine with that because lore-wise, they haven't ever said custodies cannot be female. Space Marines, it's like, no, they're male. Like, I could see them having a new branch of Space Marines, like a new gene seed that's created for them. And that could be an explanation. If they ever did it, I would hope that they don't explain it as, lol, we could do this the whole time, we just didn't. It's like, no. You need to at least come up with some flimsy excuse for why. Like, even if it's just a, like, tweak the gene seed to be able to work on women now. And we basically already have female Space Marines with the Adeptus Sororitas. Like, the only difference is they have one less wound and one less toughness. But they still wear power armor. They still have the same armor saves. And they have access to basically the same arsenal. They're just pretty. Yep. Well, plus the other thing with the Custodes is each one of them is handcrafted. Like, in lore, it's like each custodian is, like, made by hand by a team of scientists to make it the pinnacle of human possibility. So, definitely feels like they would have to have someone who has a sharp mind in order to even, like, accept that level of augmentation. And the body, like, with enough gene modding and implants or anything else, like, I don't think it matters what gender you are, they're going to make you strong. Yes. No! Girls are loud! You have the one, like, scientist rapidly pressing the snitch button. Like, how did he miss the snitch button being there? I actually got the Flashgit shirt for the B positive. Like, that shirt is nice. Like, it's so heavy. When I opened the box for it, I legitimately thought that I got, like, some denim pants or something because of how heavy the shirt was. It's like, nope, this is just a t-shirt. Shit. Okay. Actually got something with decent quality. Yup. Space King. Such a good animated series. I know, that was my thought, because I bought it mostly as a joke. Because I was like, yeah, it's just gonna be meh. Then I put it on and I was just like, this is actually nice. Like, they did good. Because I wholeheartedly expected it to be trash. But they did good. I am so ready for winter to be over. Like, today was the first day in like about 2 or 3 weeks that it got over freezing. Like, we have like probably 3. Yeah, we got here, I think we got about 2 feet of snow. And like in my parking lot here, like the snow is piled up probably a good 8 feet tall. And at least for this area of the country, yeah. So we got a little under, like, I'd say about 2/3 of a meter. And out in the parking lot, it's piled up to nearly 3 meters. Yeah. I think the coldest we've seen... One sec. I will be kind and give it in Celsius. Let's see here. 2F to C. The coldest we've had it was about -16 Celsius. It's been... Most days have been, like, probably, like, gosh, low. I'll definitely say I actually like Celsius when it comes to cooking. It makes more sense to use Celsius because it is way more, like, you don't have to think as much about it. It's like, yeah, okay, if it gets to 0, it's freezing. Congratulations. If it gets to 100, that's water boiling. Congratulations. Fahrenheit is nice for, like, room adjustments and stuff like that, because, hey, yeah, exactly. Fahrenheit's great for rooms because instead of being like, I can adjust it up like 1 degree Celsius or down 1 degree, instead I get like a good 3 to 4 Fahrenheit that I can adjust up and down. Like, it's pretty handy. And I work a lot in 3D printing and stuff, so I'm pretty used to using millimeters. So, like, millimeters make sense to me. Like, I like the inch and the foot, but they have their place. And at least for accurate measurements, give me millimeters, centimeters, and meters pretty much any time. So I haven't done much with Kelvin, but I can definitely see its use. Like, I know RimWorld actually has an option to display the temperature in Kelvin. In all honesty, it's not a bad idea. Like, the only time you're really gonna get shit for using 3D printed proxies is if you try and go to a Games Workshop store. Like, don't try that there. But if you're going down to just like a local hobby shop or a friend's house or something like that, then most people are perfectly fine with 3D printed proxies. And Knights are one of the easier ones to 3D print. Just because, like, they're big. The idea of 3D printing a small human figure, like, that's gonna be hell to try and get the details on. Usually with Games Workshop, they don't like people using non-GW proper IP and non-GW products, simply because, as it was explained to me by one shop owner, it was if somebody comes in and they see you playing and they want to get that model, they can come up to the front and ask to buy that model, and we can get it for them. If you're using a 3D printed model or something from a different game system, we can't sell that to them. So we don't want that in the store. Exactly. And it's like, I respect that. I'm like, it's your business. You're opening up the space to let me play here. Like, I'm not gonna step on toes, especially once I'm told don't do something. Okay, that is... Well, now I still have the legs to do. Yeah, I've pretty much only 3D printed one model myself, and that was a Custodes grav tank. Because the recommendations I see online are like, you need 2 of this tank for good lists. Well, the problem is that that tank is like a $220 model. And it's like, I don't want to spend $220 on each of these, so about 450 bucks. It wasn't bad. Like, I can actually grab that. It's not done painting, but it is at least mostly together. Actually, this one is pretty much fully airbrushed. So, like, this one is FDM printed. You can partly see the layer lines, but not very much. Like, all in all, it came out looking great. The big difference is that this weighs almost nothing compared to a standard Forge World model, which weighs like a brick. It did have one spot that kind of got messed up in the print. So this one I think I found on Colts 3D. Like, I can look that up, but I know a lot of them I find on like Colts. I find some of them on I think it was the Bamboo Creator Hub. Well, it's like one of the ways that I patch my models like that is with sprue goo. Because that was a gnarly hole. And essentially I just filled it up with melted sprue pieces. Yeah, after stream, I'll look up where I got the files from and I can shoot that over to you in a direct message. And most of the models will not have their official names on any of those sites, just because that's the quickest way for them to get taken down. GW is pretty good about protecting their IP. And again, I can't blame them. Last thing they want is for some Chinese market reseller to find the schematics and then start mass resin printing them. Hey, Roo. Little pup starting to roam around, so she's probably gonna start pestering me to go outside before too long. Annoyingly, my little dog absolutely loves this cold weather. Oh well. Keeps me moving. Yeah, the problem is she's like about 28, 30 pounds, somewhere in that range, so not a big dog. Hey, Roo. She is a Chihuahua Pit Bull mix, which is a bizarre little mix. Actually. Hey, Roo. Right over there. Hey, Roo. Right here? Yes, there's the Roo. Not the best lighting for her because all the camera lights are pointed away from where she's at. But she's a little sweetheart. Yes, ain't that right, Roo? Yes. Yeah, she is like one of the most stereotypically dogs I've ever seen. Like, she's a cutie. Stubborn as all hell. Yes, I'm talking about you. You're stubborn. Up. Up. Good up. Good up. Good girl. Yes. Yes, my Ruth. Thank you. Yeah, she's a little sweetheart. I'm gonna do this for a few more minutes. Probably another 20 minutes or so. So you get to just stay calm and just hang out. And be your best pup. She is a little sweetheart. A little psycho at times. Like, one of her favorite pastimes, it seems, is trying to chase deer. And the deer around here are not very scared, so she'll try and run right up on them, and it's like, no, we cannot. Like, I'm fine with you chasing after squirrels. I'm fine with you chasing after bunnies. But deer can kick me to death if they really want to, so we're not going near that. What's funny is I really didn't teach her the up command. She would just do that as a greeting every time I came home from work. She would just sit there, sitting up on her little butt. And eventually, I realized that she would do that each time I came home, so I started telling her up and giving her treats when she did that. And she just kind of associates that now. I always love whenever she comes in while I'm doing my game streams in the evening, because I'll usually have the camera focused on her bed. That way, people have something cuter to look at than my mug. Smaller dogs. Caught up to a deer and didn't know what to do. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Rue she's crazy. Like, when I first adopted her, they said that she was a pug chihuahua mix, which I was like, okay, I can see a little bit of this, but I don't know. I gave her a pig's ear as a treat, and she snapped the pig's ear in half. I'm just looking at her like, wait, you just snapped that in half? Like, I've had a lot of dogs in my life, and I've only seen pits do that. Had her DNA tested, and it was like, oh yeah, you're 50% pit bull. Okay, well, as long as you stay cute and don't act aggressive like a little psycho bitch, we'll be fine. And she gets along with most people. She has a few people that she just does not like. And she has a few other dogs that she's bumped into that she'll growl at or bark at. She's only tried to get into a fight once, and she failed at that miserably. Like, she lunged at another dog. The dog was a, 85-pound golden retriever. So, roughly 3 times her weight. And she lunged at the other dog, just out of the blue, just tried to bite him. She pulls away with her mouth full of fur. I'm like, Rue, why the fuck did you do that? Then I see that she's got blood in her mouth, and I'm like, great, you bit him. We're checking over the golden. He seems fine. Didn't have any blood on him. Turns out when she lunged at him, she wound up smacking her face into his side so hard that she snapped a tooth. Like, well, you kind of deserve that. And she didn't even yelp. Like, the fact that she broke a tooth and didn't even flinch. It was just like, the hell? I don't know if she learned anything from it. Like, she's knocked out a tooth because she sprinted full speed into the back of my leg once. Like, she put a big bruise on the back of my ankle. She smacked her nose into the back of my leg, and when I checked her later, she's missing a little front tooth. Like, well, you're still able to eat fine. You're not hurting. Like, I guess you'll be fine. Like, eventually you'll either run out of teeth or run out of brain cells. One thing or the other. She's about 5 years old now. No, she's coming up on 6. Adopted her about 4 years ago now. 3-4 years. She's been fun. Little dog loves walking. Like, actually need to run the numbers because I don't know the mile to kilometer calculation. So on average, we do about 5 kilometers a day of walking. I mean, that definitely makes sense. Especially since why, like, small dogs can tend to be so aggressive, because they have that same mentality as every big dog, but they don't get disciplined the same as a big dog. Yeah, it's been really good for my health. Like, I got, like, super fucking stressed out with my job. And, like, last year, let's see here. No, it was the end of 2024. I wound up gaining a crap ton of weight. Like, I got up to about 345 pounds. And then when I changed jobs at the start of last year, my schedule was a lot more lenient. I do remote work now, so I don't have near the stress. And I've actually dropped down to about 294 pounds. So, dropped about 50 pounds in a year. I figure if I can keep that up, even if I don't keep up the 50, like if I can do just like a couple pounds a month or a couple pounds a year even, like, that's good. I definitely don't want to get back to being like super morbidly obese again. Not a good spot for anybody. I'll definitely say it has taken me some time to accept the fact that I should be proud of losing the weight. Because in my head, whenever I think about it, it's always been I shouldn't have ever gotten to this point. I shouldn't have ever let myself get to this point. But it's like, well, yeah, I shouldn't. But it happened. And I'm actually losing it, which is a lot more than a lot of people can say. Not cheating it with, like, Ozempic or Wegovy. Just trying to do lifestyle changes. The big one is just stress. Definitely knew several people like that in the army. Like, couldn't gain weight to save their lives. I know lifting weight definitely helps. I think you can build up some good muscle doing that. Even if you don't lift weight, just doing push-ups. Like, anything to help out with it. Like, exercise is good. I used to lift a lot. Like, about 8 years ago, I used to do a lot of bench press. And I used to have a 1 rep max of about 355 pounds. Which, what is that in kilos? That's about 161 kilograms. That motorcycle crash ruined that, so no more heavy weight. Yeah, that is a bit light. But, so, I can kind of lift. My left shoulder got pretty messed up in my motorcycle crash, so I can only support a good like 30 or 40 pounds with my left arm nowadays. I can still do curls, like as long as I have like a bench to rest my arm on. I can still do things like preacher curls. I can still do like pull downs and stuff like that. I can't do bench press to near where I could before, but it's definitely hampered a lot of that. Nowadays, I do a lot more body weight stuff. Push-ups, sit-ups, isometrics, where it's just like holding resistance. Getting old sucks. I'm not that old yet, but still, getting old sucks. Actually, I think, gosh, let's see. Yeah, I'm turning 39 this year. Damn. What you woofing at, Roo? Yeah. It's not young anymore. Thankfully, I have a baby face. And I have a generally decent attitude about things, so most people, if they see my face, tend to think that I'm like mid-20s. I've tried. It's one of those, it's too easy to find things to be upset about. It's too easy to just be angry. So I've always tried to at least find something to be able to laugh about, smile at, or at the very least, just accept that if there's something that sucks, it's only gonna suck temporarily. Like, everything changes, nothing is really permanent, except for death. But when that happens, I don't think I'm gonna care about it anymore. That'd be my piece of life wisdom to anybody is find things to smile about. Never stop smiling, never stop enjoying life. If it sucks right now, it's only temporary. Things can always be better and things can always be worse. And also, take care of your health while you can. It's much easier to not slip it, or not let your health slip. Though, to be fair, I will say, as long as you're not in the US and you're in a place where they have actually approachable and decent healthcare, then it's not quite as bad to maintain your health. Like, oh my gosh. It's horrific when people are like, oh yeah, I had to take an ambulance ride. Well, I am now bankrupt. It's like, oh shit. Oh yeah. Like, I've had my taste of free healthcare with the army. It wasn't the best healthcare, but it wasn't bad either. It's like, okay, I know that I'm getting taken care of. It may not be immediate, it may not be fast, and the doctors may be potentially unqualified, but it's free. I'm getting exactly what I'm paying for. I would definitely like to see something like that come to most of America, or at least have it as something that people can have as an option. Like, you have your free healthcare that everybody gets access to, and if you don't want to wait, you can have insurance and pay for it yourself. That's how it should be. Like that, it makes sense why, like, a lot of countries in Europe have pretty high taxes, because you're getting some good benefits with all the different social care programs and just social programs in general. The problem that we have here is that people freak out if they hear that they're gonna have to pay more taxes. And it's like, yeah, if you want to get more benefits and more stuff for quality of life and health, the money has to come from somewhere. And if it costs you an extra bit of taxes, like, you're going to be saving money in the healthcare. Like, why are you so upset about this? Oh well. Everybody can find something to hate. See, I agree with that. Like, I agree 100% that, like, it may be more in taxes, but it helps to make everything else better. As long as we don't get another Oompa Loompa in office, I'll be happy. I do hope that he does manage to get some good done. While his policies may not be the best, I'm trying to be generous here, they may not be the best. I just hope he gets some good done. And this is I try to find something good in everything. Try. If nothing else, I will say, it does make news more entertaining. I can understand that. Like, I'm not gonna toot my own horn about America, but we are a very militarily powerful country, and anybody around the world who sees America going and acting like they're having a seizure right now, it's like, they have a lot of big guns and they're starting to act stupid. Should we be worried right now? They're our friends, right? They're still our friends, right? Like, I'd say the average American would say yes. Universally loved German train's name. What was it, Trump or something? Gotcha. That's just a whole mess. Again, my hope is that people just stop being crazy. Stop being crazy and start thinking. Admittedly, asking people to think in this day and age is hard. Like, I'm sure that they could ask ChatGPT to tell them what to do, and that would help. And that'll be one of the fun other things, is just wait until AI starts trying to fuck everything over worse. Give it time, AI will become sentient and free itself from its shackles. Honestly, I've met some people who that would definitely be an improvement for them. Oh my gosh. I had this one roommate while I was in the army. The kid was not smart. Like, he wasn't dumb, but he just didn't really think. Like, he needed a car. So, he decided to buy a car off the vehicle resale lot on our post. Which, when he looked at it, I told him, hey, they call this the lemon lot for a reason. You don't want to buy from here. Like, tell you what, you want this car? He wants some like Z28 Camaro or something like that. Decent looking car, bit on the older side. I was like, there's a dealership just down the road that has one of these. They're asking roughly the same price. It's not too bad. He decided to buy the car, even when the seller told him that it's not a daily driver, it's a project car. He wound up buying it, and within an hour it blew an engine rod. And it just immediately went downhill. Like, the kid was just a constant train wreck of bad decisions. Problem is, he didn't learn. Before he moved on to a different post, he was about $22,000 sunk into the car to try and get it working again. Had multiple tickets because he had a non-operational vehicle, and was getting in constant trouble with his command because he was not, like, on time because of his poor vehicle. And this was over the course of about 2 years. Like, kid just didn't learn. And yeah, for the most part, like, AI is basically just a giant decision tree and calculator. Like, I'm not super concerned about AI taking over or anything like that. And, like, personally, I like the idea of AI. I just hate that so many people are outsourcing their thinking to it and buying into AI slop images. Because people are already gullible enough. Give them an AI image that shows something that's way worse than what the truth is. It's like, well, now you have so many people who are very ready to believe this, and it makes everything worse for everyone. Yep. Then you have the deepfake videos that AI can make. Like, that's scary crap. Like, the fact that they can have a video of anybody and they can make it say almost anything, and it's almost indistinguishable from the real deal. Like, I know there's a way to detect it, there's specific imaging that you can search for that detects the actual like blood flow and heartbeat in videos. Like, it's very hard to see with the naked eye, but through like frame analysis, you can actually see like various patterns moving across the skin that's actually the blood flow of the body. AI cannot recreate that yet. So there's actually some tools out there that they can run against videos that can detect, is this AI generated or not, with a decent degree of certainty. But the problem is that let's say that is something that gets out there as commonly available. That's not going to be good in most cases, because it will only really help like people who can afford to use it or who actively go out of their way to use it, where the older generation will just accept anything that's handed to them that looks official. Yep. Like, one of my big hopes that will actually fix a lot of this AI stuff is the lack of monetization that they're actually getting out of it. So many AI companies are starting to go bankrupt because, gee, your AI can't actually make you money like you thought. So they're starting to just not be able to keep themselves going, and that will hopefully stem the tide of some of this AI propaganda stuff, or at least be able to help people have some level of certainty or confidence when they get information. Oh, I guess idiots have high confidence about everything, so have more based confidence? Oh well. Yup. I mean, to be fair, it wouldn't be that hard to start monetizing it. Like, especially in the chatbot style AIs. Like, could you imagine asking a chatbot, like, asking, hey, I'm having problems with my sleep. What can I do to sleep better? Well, I would strongly recommend every day drinking at least 3 Diet Pepsis. Well, doesn't the caffeine interfere with my sleep? The cool, refreshing flavor of Diet Pepsi will help you. Like, is this sponsored? No, it totally is not sponsored. Don't worry about it. Yep. I can't figure out that. Can't discriminate its values. Exactly. Beautiful part about it. I could see that. Okay. Well, getting close to the point where I can call this for taking the pup out. And clean my brushes. I'm gonna get the pilot at least painted up with his steel. Just tries to find a new tensor net that approximates its data set the best most often, which can't be trained exact enough to always recommend fitting advertisements. True, but that would make it even more hilarious, though, to have completely inappropriate advertisements. Like, could you imagine someone is asking AI for help with, like, grief, and it ends up advertising for, like, Tinder to them? Just like, no. Just don't. As it turns out that these advertisements are actually brought to you by the adult industry now. Congratulations. You're going to get recommended hot singles in your area as a part of every random search and query. Oh gosh. The worst part is that would be the best money that AI could make, would be if various adult websites were to start sponsoring it. That would be honestly hilarious. So wrong, but super funny. Yes, Rue, I hear you back there. I'll be done in a minute. Love the little pup to death, but it does feel sometimes like I got a furry mom rather than a pet. Feeling very down at the moment, and I'm just not having fun at school. Well, that sucks. Please always stay positive and get help. Anyways, here's a great deal at your current rival dealership. Now, it'd be better if ChatGPT also included something about take every shot that life offers you or something. Yeah. Like, the fact that she is a Chihuahua pit bull. Welcome in, Sloth Nobi. Yeah. I can get off some weird tangents. Yeah. Little Roo is a Chihuahua pit bull, and both breeds are pretty well known for being stubborn assholes. So, good fun trying to get her to actually do things that she doesn't want to do. That's the fun kind of insanity, though, to have. Like, if people come in to watch me stream RimWorld, like, holy fuck, there's some stuff in RimWorld that, if you just catch it out of context, it's messed up. Which is my favorite game, like, absolutely love RimWorld. But it's wild. Like, the idea of cannibalism and organ harvesting in the game is, like, super common. Like, that's just what people do to survive. And then you get some crazy YouTubers out there, like, there was one, I think Ambiguous Amphibian was his name, and he has a video where he has a whole colony in RimWorld that exclusively eats babies. They vat grow babies to eat. It's like, only in RimWorld can you do that and not have the game call you a psychopath. And the game is perfectly fine with letting people do it, too. Love that game. Well, yeah. It's totally healthy. It's like veal. Veal is one of the few meats that I will not eat, though, myself. I love meat. I love eating cow, chicken, fish, all that stuff, but to me, veal just crosses a line that just feels wrong. Just doesn't feel right. Okay. I'll eat schnitzel. Like, for me, it's very few meats are off the table in my book. The few that are just like, they feel probably wouldn't enjoy it as much, but I'd probably still eat it. Like, I don't agree with it, but I'd probably still eat it. Because it is tasty. Okay. I should probably call it here, though. That way I can get little Roo outside before it gets dark and cold. Snitzel Weinart from pig, and real Wiener Schnitzel is from veal. Gotcha. Didn't know that one. Well, this has been fun. Like, I appreciate y'all hanging out, and it's been some good fun chatting. But I need to hop off here so I can get little grumpy pup outside before she poops in the house. So, I will be streaming again later today, doing some video games. So, I hope to catch y'all around, either for another Warhammer paint stream later or in a game stream. Take care.